Okay, it says, what was your favorite scene to shoot in the trilogy?
Boy, that's so tough. Your favorite scene. One of the scenes I kept looking forward to because I thought it popped when I read the script. In a science fiction or fantasy movie, everybody's waiting for the monster. Now, you saw the Tusken Raiders and the Jawas to a certain extent, but I said, when we walk into that cantina, and it's just nothing but wall-to-wall monsters, that really appealed to me. And so I was really looking forward to that one. But I already talked about how much I love the swing across. I love being in the trash compactor. I mean, so many of these elements in the movie were right out of the kind of things that I loved when I was a kid. Tarzan movies and, swashbuckler pirate movies, cowboy movies, and it just seemed like a dream come true. I mean, I was a kid that read Famous Monsters magazine, built all the Aurora Monster kits. So I was the one that would really get it. Hey, you guys, our faces are masks on the back of cereal boxes. I can't believe it. And Harrison like, hey, I didn't get in this business to be on a cereal box. I said, yeah, we are. I thought you had to be an athlete to become a bubblegum card. Believe me.
You're a giant.
I'm not a good athlete, but I made it onto a bubblegum card.
More than that. Yeah, you've done pretty good, my friend. Okay, let's look at another one of these here. All right, what do we got? Okay, Raymond is asking, while filming the Wampa scenes on Hoth, how long did you actually have to hang upside down?
Oh gosh, it was days upon days. What happened was we shot it like 1 or 2 days main unit. And then Kirshner and everybody moved on, and that became a second unit shot. Gary Kurtz did a day, Robert Watts did a day, I think Norman Reynolds did 2 days.
And they left you hanging the whole time?
Well, that was a joke. They go, okay, that's a break for lunch. Everybody would walk off. Hey, you guys! But it's a wonderful way to lose weight, by the way. Because not only do you sort of lose your appetite hanging upside down, but you don't want to disgrace yourself in any manner, shape, or form. So you really eat like oatmeal and, you really watch what you eat. And people would come and lift you halfway so the blood wouldn't completely rush to your head. But it just went on and on and on and on. And talk about flying. It's the same guy that flew us across when we were with the princess, but he had me in a harness and I was upside down, and that was what they call, we call it styrofoam over there, they call it polystyrene. Polystyrene. There you go. And I think his name was Derek. But he had these marks on, because I couldn't see him. He was somewhere behind the set. And he would preset where I was and where to drop me when I got the lightsaber and cut the stalactite down so I wouldn't crush myself. I just had to tap on my chin and take the brunt on my shoulders. Well, one day, apparently he had a little brandy at lunch. And he mixed up his marks. And after one of the takes where I was down, he started bringing me up. And he didn't stop. I started breaking through the polished carpet, and I was screaming, Derek, stop! Stop! That's not! And it's snowing, all this polystyrene, and I guess you have to be there. But, speaking of being there, be excited.
We had John Ratzenberger here last week. Anybody?
Cheers.
And he was in Empire Strikes Back. Now, I don't know if you are aware that he was in a scene with you that was cut out. Have you seen this?
I have not seen it.
We just uncovered this. So let's just take a look at this.
Oh, here it comes.
If you guys have it.
Oh no, this is different.
What's the matter? Smell something?
Welcome to the Rule number 1 out here. Never go out in a blizzard.
One of the questions might be, what is the worst sound in Star Wars?
Oh, well, we'll get to that.
All right. Well, that reminds me. Just mention Wampa when we get there.
Okay, and let's look at another one. Let's do another social media question here. Oh, that's sweet. It's not much of a question. So, and I love you. Look at that. That's right. So I hope Laura sees that. Laura. Okay, very nice. Okay, and one last one. Do we have time for one last one? Let's take a look.
Sure.
Could you do a short dialogue between Luke and the Joker, where Joker tells Luke? Not to put you on the spot or anything. I mean, that's kind of.
Well, to get warmed up to be Luke, it's me, the Clown Prince of Crime, and also your father. No, that's not true, that's impossible! Get used to it, kiddo. Episodes, and all these years later, lines pop into my head like, without Batman, crime has no punchline. Which I love. Crime has no punchline like it needs one. He's just wonderful, you know. Because let's face it, it's the Dark Knight that made me the happy camper I am today. How I agonized over how to thank him for that. Perhaps with a cyanide pie in the face, or this floating whoopee cushion playfully placed in the Batmobile. That's, you know. On my last Joker, I retired after Arkham City. Well, I don't know if you played the game. If you played the game, no spoilers, it doesn't really end well for Joker. And I've been replaced in the role by Troy Baker.
Troy Baker, very talented.
Troy, yeah, he's on, I do this show called Regular Show. It's on Cartoon Network. Regular Show? Anybody know that? Okay. Yeah, skips on Regular Show.
Yeah, you do that very kind of flip, but you're one of the most talented voice actors out there, and we all are always so privileged when you come in. So, you know, a little second kind of career.
But you know what was great about the voiceover people, because I didn't really get into it until the early 90s. I did something when I was a teenager. I did the animated version of I Dream of Jeannie in the Larry Hagman role. Now, Jeannie, cut that out, you're going right back in the bottle. But Julie McWhorter was Jeannie doing an incredible Barbie lead. And I worked with Larry Hagman, and when I told him that, I said, you know, I can't do you, but I played your part in the cartoon version. Now, that would have been like 72 or 3.
Okay.
And then I didn't work again in voiceover. By the time I did it again, it was Joker, and I didn't know about voiceover agents.
Oh, really?
Specialized just in that, because I got Jeannie through my theatrical agent. But the reason I'm bringing this up is when I went to do my first voiceover jobs, I knew who Rob Paulson was, I knew who Jeff Bennett was, I knew who Tress MacNeille, Maurice LaMarche.
Now let me explain to them.
Frank
Rob
Welker.
Paulson and Maurice LaMarche are Pinky in the Brain. Anybody know Pinky in the Brain? Rob Paulson is from the Animaniacs. Well, they're all from the Animaniacs. Tress MacNeille. I mean, these are giants in voiceover. Yeah.
I would. First of all, I'm a huge animation fan. I've been all my life, and I would tape these things on Saturday morning. I watched with the boys and my daughter as they were going up. But I would freeze frame on the end credits, and because I want to know who played all these characters. Have you ever tried to read end credits without a freeze frame going? And there's 60 names. You can't see anybody.
Yeah.
So, but I think they were flattered that I knew who they were. I mean, I knew who you were before I met you. So.
Come on, Mark. Come on.
But it's true. I still remember seeing that episode of the Walt Disney Show where they showed Clarence Nash doing Donald Duck. It was the first time, or maybe 6 or 7, where I go, oh, wait a minute, yeah. There are actors that go in and voice cartoons.
That's right. And now I'm going to do a shameless plug for my show. Hey, because if you want to know more about that, you can come back and see Obi-Wan Beyond later. Look what I did. You should see the show.
Look what I did.
Hey, honestly though,